All right, guys. Good team win. Now, I'm proud of our football team. I'm proud of our coaching staff. They worked very hard this week. We've been working on this air raid ever since last year. We made some improvement, obviously. I wish we could have finished a little bit harder in the third and fourth quarter. We ran out of gas. But give them credit. They made some plays and they fought back. The offense made some plays when they had to. I didn't think that we had the same recurring problems that we did last year as far as the crossing routes and guys wide open. Our plan was to let them throw the ball in front of us, maybe give up some gaps running, but not beat deep. And for the most part, we did that. Not every time. But I thought our guys did well, tackled well in space. Offense made plays when we had to. We still have some protection issues that we have to fix. But overall, good team win for our team. Any questions?
Ed, you mentioned just the scheme, that 3-2-6. Where did y'all sort of get the idea, and when did you start implementing that look?
We've been thinking about that since the Sunday after our game last year. And really, we watched Arkansas and what Arkansas had done to them. We really studied Arkansas's film a lot. We made a couple adjustments. Give the credit to our coaching staff. Everybody pitched in. Durante did a great job of implementing. Our guys had a great job in believing in it. It was a little different for us because, when you lead the nation in sacks, it's hard to go a three-man rush, but we had to hard to do it. And but we gave up something. We told them as long as they don't beat the ball deep, we wanted to build a fence and make them throw the ball in front of us. And for the most part, it worked.
Kind of similar to that theme, the patience that you had to have, just watching the game on TV for the first time, obviously that was different, and a lot of people were very anxious about that.
Yeah, we knew they were going to throw the ball short. I was clapping every time they threw the ball short, and I knew that there wasn't going to be enough points, enough yardage to beat us if they kept on throwing the ball short. We were going to tackle the guys, and it'll make it tough sledding for them to score. Obviously, the explosive plays killed us last year, so that's why we went to 8-man drop. But again, give our staff some credit. They worked very hard. But you know what? Give the players some credit, especially our linebackers, our corners, and our DBs. That's a new scheme. We had never played that scheme before, and we practiced it this week, and our guys did a tremendous job of working it.
And then, Ed, offensively, you guys obviously create some big explosive plays, but was there anything you think you guys did to kind of create those plays? What do you think of the performance overall?
Now, say it again. Whatever you said, what we did to make those plays?
Yeah, if there's anything you guys did to kind of create those and what you saw overall.
Yeah, first of all, zero blitz is gonna, they're gonna blitz, but they're gonna give you some space. But the first play in the second half was an RPO. I can hear Jake on the headset. The safety's coming down. We're gonna throw it to Kayshon. So it was a combination of hitting them where they had open holes and great calling. That was an RPO to Kayshon. And that was a big play. It was a pick route. Knocked those two guys down, and they was a big touchdown by 87. I think it was good play calling by offensive scheme. Still, we still have some protection problems that we need to fix.
Coach, just to ask you this question about the Mississippi State offense. So you had no respect for I won't say respect. You didn't think they would check you on the field at all in this game. You expected all short throws.
Yes, say that again. We didn't worry about the short throws. We wanted them to throw the short throws. It was those dig routes behind our fence. It was the crossing routes that gave us some problem last year. It was guys wide open. We thought that if they threw the ball in front of us, we win and we can tackle the ball. We knew we couldn't get impatient. Now, at first, they started running the ball, and we had to make some adjustments. We're in a pass rush mode with our ends. We had to make an adjustment to stop the run. I think we stopped the run, but it hurt our pass rush. But you can't do both in a three-man rush. You got to stop the run and rush the passer. But I thought our coaches did a good job of adjusting throughout the game. Wish we could have finished strong.
The opening drive of the game, and Cordell blocked Jake Kent. They were marching like they were down the field. Talk about that play and the interception he made first.
Yeah, well, obviously, I think, Jock, I don't think they expected us to be in a three-man front. I think that we gave them a little bit different stuff. I don't know. I don't know what they practiced, but we had never shown it. So I imagine it was a combination of us being in the right place, and it was something new that they had to adjust. But as you know, Coach Leach is a very veteran coach, and and they made some adjustments in the second half.
Hey, Coach. You mentioned the tackling, but particularly out of the secondary, with you guys obviously losing Derek and then bringing, Jay Ward and Dwight McLaughlin back this week. Just how impressed were you with the tackling of the secondary and executing this game plan?
Yeah, we had a meeting this morning about 6:30 with the coaching staff. Corey Raymond was steaming. I never seen him like that, man. He was still pissed from last year. He says, Coach, we fixed to play well today. He was very motivational today. He taught his guys well. I think we worked well on tackling all week. But we had some good athletes in there. In the secondary, we've improved in our tackling. I wish we wouldn't have gave up that touchdown. We bit on a little hitch route, but we shouldn't have. There's still some things to improve.
Just Josh Sibley from Louisiana football. Speaking of tackling, Damone Clark led the team in tackles for the fourth straight game. What do you have to say about his production, his role this season?
Yeah. One of the things that Damone and I are very close, our recruiting, great parents. We talked about what he has to improve on. And one of the things we had to improve on was open field tackling. The other thing he had to improve on was using his hands. The other thing he wanted to improve on was pass coverage. And Damone's an excellent young man. He's a hard worker. And obviously, he looks like an NFL linebacker out there. Now he's playing like one. And I want him to have all the success he can. He stayed in state. He came to LSU. He's a great young man. He's a great student. I hope he has all the success he can.
Hey, Ed, Sheldon Mickelson, the Advocate. Jock took my question about Cordell, but how did those two turnovers kind of set the tone for your defense in the first half, and how did you feel at halftime? You had to be excited at halftime.
Yeah, I was excited. We say, Sheldon, big plays fuel emotion. And, we had to take the crowd out of the game. And we were going to take the football. We were going to take the football and give the ball to the offense, go down there and score. But they decided to take the ball, so they beat us to the punch. But us having those turnovers kind of took the crowd out of the game a little bit, gave our guys some confidence. I felt good going into halftime, but I knew it was going to be a 60-minute game. I knew those guys would adjust to what we were doing, and they came back. Good coaching staff, we got some good players. I wish we would have finished better.
Thanks.
Hey, Jeff Nowak, WWO Radio. One stat that really stood out to me, total plays, Mississippi State had 88 to 54.
Yeah.
Y'all had 3 touchdowns of over 40 yards in the second half.
Right.
Is that kind of the big play ability with these dynamic wide receivers? Is that the vision you're looking for in this offense?
Yeah.
That kind of just dynamic attack?
Well, hey, we're gonna take the big plays the way we can get them, but knowing that we were gonna make them throw the ball in front of us and not give them big plays, we knew they were gonna have long drives as long as they didn't score. And our defense did get tired. We need to rotate a little bit better. 80-something plays are probably the most plays we played this year or close to it. And we need to get used to that if we're going to play that type of defense against the spread offense.
Kayshon, if you would just talk to me about the offensive production today and your ability to continue to find ways to get open and make plays.
It was kind of switching defenses around, so I was moving kind of back and forth from field to boundary. They was looking at different looks, trying to give me the ball, and they kind of figured out the right schemes and everything, and it played out, and everything fell into place.
Kayshon, for starters, can you take us through, I guess, just both of your touchdowns, what you were seeing on those plays, and how on the second one, the RPO, just how that really worked out so well?
On the first one, we had ran it the first time. It was open. He tried to throw it, but he had got hit, so we came back with it the second time, and it was open again. And the same thing with the second one. It was open the first time, but he handed off the run, so the safety could come down on it hard, and then we ran it back, and he did the exact same thing. So he pulled it and threw it.
Hey, Kayshon, obviously that's had some good plays today, but also, there was some missed throws, things like that. Seemed like the chemistry wasn't always there. I guess walk me through what you saw in that effort.
I can't even hear. Could you repeat it?
Yeah, Kayshon, what kind of step did y'all think y'all took today? Every week you're supposed to take a step forward in improvement. Where do you think you improved today as far as a team?
I kind of say our offense improved, and really our defense. Defense came out, played their heart out. Feel like offense, we played good. I mean, there's always room for improvement. We could have played better. But big shout out to the defense.
It seems like you always strive for excellence. Is it a case of you're happy to be 1-0, need to improve?
Oh, could you repeat it?
It seems like you always strive for excellence and want to improve. Are you happy with the win, but also feel like you'd like to finish a little bit better than what you guys did?
Yes, sir. I really like the win. I feel like we could have put up more points as an offense, but sometimes you just got to be grateful you won.
Jay, if you would just talk about being able to get back out on the field, how that felt for you, and then personally as the game progresses and you understand what they're trying to do with the bend, don't break philosophy, the patience that you guys as defenders need to have to kind of just play that game plan and not try to do too much. Was that important to y'all to have success today?
Yes, that was important to us. As you can see, we were successful with it. And being back out there, I'm glad to be back out there. I ain't like just saying out. It was boring.
Jay, obviously, last year against Mississippi State, you had to come back early from an injury to play in that game, and the defense just got burned. How satisfying is it today to, a year later, play them and actually defend this offense the way you would like to?
It feels good to beat them, play them while I'm fully healthy. Last year I struggled, and this year I'm back healthy and came out on top.
Yeah, hey, Jay, obviously for you guys to be able to execute this kind of game plan, you guys needed to tackle very well in the secondary. And, you and Dwight were both coming back from injury. I guess just kind of, talk about y'all's ability to tackle so well with, I guess, a short week of practice and, being able to execute the game plan like that.
We tackle so well because we work tackling drill every day. And we got to be perfect in tackling.
Hey, Jay, Sheldon Mickelson, the Advocate in Baton Rouge. How did the 2 turnovers you guys got in the first quarter, I think they were both in the first quarter, from Cordell, how did that lift the defense up, and what did it do for you the rest of the first half?
When Cordell got a turnover, we were happy for him because that was his first interception. But that let the defense know everybody can have a chance to get a turnover.
Hey, Jay, Jeff Nowak, WWO Radio. One thing I asked Ed about, Mississippi State ran 88 plays on offense, y'all's 54. When you go into a game knowing, the scheme is going to end up with you guys on the field a lot, is that something you factor in as you're preparing, as you're trying to figure out, okay, my fitness level needs to be up for 4 quarters, not just the first half? How do you kind of figure that out throughout the course of the game?
As a DB, we run a lot, so we have to be in shape to make every play because no telling how long we're going to be running.
Max, I'd like to ask you about the defensive effort. On the sideline, I know you're preparing for your next series, but when you hear the game plan is going to be what it is, and I guess just the patience needed from the entire team, but especially on defense, what do you think when you hear kind of, all right, we're going to let them dink and dunk all day, but we're going to try to stop them and hold them out of the end zone?
Yeah.
As a team, what do you think? Does that put more pressure on you to make sure that you really capitalize when you do have the ball?
Yeah, our defense played their hearts out. And last night, Coach O said he was speaking his mind. He was saying, say I throw a pick or say something happens, they got my back, and I got theirs. So I really appreciate Coach O and our team. I love our defense. There's some dogs. Yeah, it was a lot of fun going out there and competing.
Yeah, Max, you were the first quarterback since Rohan Davey, 99, to throw 3 touchdown passes over 40 yards. Y'all's offense was really explosive today in that way. What contributed to being able to do that, at least in this game?
Yeah, I think Coach Peach just dialed up some really good plays, whether if they were playing zero coverage or man-to-man. I think Coach Peach called specific plays to beat that coverage, and we were able to capitalize. And Kayshon made some big plays for us. Cole had his first touchdown, which was pretty sweet. So.
Yeah, Max, I guess one talk about the first touchdown in the second half. Did you feel like that could go all the way if you hit it just right?
Yeah, I mean, I was reading the safety on that play, and he ended up coming down and fitting for the run. And, Kayshon, I put the ball in Kayshon's hands, and he made the play. So, yeah.
Max, it seemed like you were kind of forced to make a lot of off-platform throws and things like that today. I guess is that a result of the pressure, and just kind of how do you adjust when that's the throw you have to make so often?
I think the first half I had a little bit more, off-schedule throws, but second half I think we settled in. The O-line did a great job. Second half, whether they were sliding protections or not, they did a really good job of protecting me, and we were able to make some big plays.
Hey, Max, what did you see out of Cole Taylor's touchdown? He was almost in disbelief how wide open he was there at the end to score.
Yeah, so they ended up bringing zero coverage, so I had to drift on it, and then Cole actually asked me what he had on that play, and I told him his specific route, and then it ended up happening that way, and it was a big play for us.
I saw him talk to you on pre-snap. I want to go back to what you said about Coach O. So he got the team together last night. Did he kind of say, look, this is what we're going to do. This is how we want to approach this game. And is that normal or abnormal from a normal game?
He usually speaks his mind the night before games, but he was just telling me that they got my back, and I got the offense has the defense backs, and I think that's kind of what happened today. I threw a pick, they came back, and stopped them. So I really appreciate them, and they always got my back, and I got theirs.
Max, this is Scott Rappelé from The Advocate. How do you weigh the explosiveness of the offense, which is good, versus the fact that you probably would like some more sustained drive, especially at the end of the game when, it would be good to be able to run some more clock off the board and not give them the opportunities to get back in the game?
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think we should have. I don't know what exactly we were trying to. I don't know what plays were being called, but I think we executed them to what was called. And, I think we should take more time off the clock, and Coach Beats did a good job of calling it.
Hey, Damone, when you heard the philosophy of what they wanted to do on defense this week, the coaches, what were your thought processes? And how hard is it to be patient when they're having some success underneath, to kind of stick with the game plan and know what it's going to be?
First of all, I just want to say I'm proud of the way our team fought. We fought to the end. I mean, I can't be any more proud of the way our team played. But to answer your question, I mean, that's Mississippi State offense. I mean, you just got to, all week the coach has been harping on, don't take the cheese, just let them throw the check down and just live to see another play. So, I mean, I'm just proud of the way we played. But, there's always room for improvement. We know we got to work on it. We're going to get it fixed.
Hey, Damone, Sheldon Mickles at The Advocate. You were part of two big plays in the first quarter. Cordell knocked the ball loose, and then you kind of picked it up, and then he got a pick in the first quarter also. What did that do for your defense to get those two takeaways and kind of set the tone for your effort in the first half?
Well, I just want to shout out Flott, man. I mean, I'm proud of Flott, man. He every day, he just talk to me every day, you know what I'm saying? Just keep me motivated, and I keep him motivated. And to see him, the first turnover, the forced fumble, I should have scored that, but I mean, that's on me. But I'm just like I said, I'm just proud of the way our defense fought. I mean, Flott was all over the field, and I'm just proud of him.
Hey, Damone, this is William with Tiger Rag. How you doing?
I'm good.
I want to ask you, you think last year, obviously, the defense took the reputation defensively took a beating last year in last year's game. How much do you think today maybe helped you repair that a little bit?
I mean, we know what happened last year. You know what I'm saying? It's a new year, new coaches. So, I mean, the past is the past. We just make sure that the same thing that happened last year didn't happen this year. And, I mean, like I said, I'm proud of our defense. We gotta keep fighting and finish at the end. But, I mean, I'm proud of the way we fought, and that way it wasn't another last year today.
Hey, Damone, Jacques from Channel 9. Can you talk about the aspect of conditioning in a game like this, and then also discipline just to not let the ball go over the top all day?
I mean, Mississippi State, when I was walking in, I heard they say how many plays Mississippi State did compared to ours. But, I mean, you got to be conditioned for these type of games. It's SEC play. Mississippi State has a specific offense that they do, which, like you just said, just keeping the ball in front of you, not letting the ball go over your head. Well, for the most part, we did a good job. But, I mean, like I said, we got room for improvement. You know, each week got room for improvement. You know, we just got to improve on the explosives that they had today, get them fixed. Because, of course, you know, not thinking too far into next week, but we're going to see them same plays that hit us.
Hey, Damone, this is Josh Sibley with Louisiana Gridiron Football. You've led the team in tackles now for 4 straight games. How does that, as a statement, make you feel? Also, on that 2-point conversion, you saw the receiver cross your face, and you hit him, which, or as a linebacker, when you see a receiver cross your face, your main instinct is to hit the receiver. What's going through your mind on that particular play?
Well, to answer your first question, I mean, I just go out there and just, you know, whatever I got to do to help my team win, that's what that's what I'm gonna do. It's not about, for me, it's not about the stats. I mean, like I said, I just want whatever we got to do to win. You know, I'll do whatever we have to do to win. But on that 2-point play, I mean, we went over that play, so I knew what play was coming. You know, I saw the play. Like we kept going over that play, and you know, like you said, my first instance was to hit him. You know, because it was 2 plays that, you know, that I know that they ran at 2-point. It was one they'll try to crack me. You know, so maybe I thought the receiver was trying to crack me, so I just ran through. You know, I just hit him. I mean, I don't like the call they made, but I mean, it is what it is. We won, but I mean, yeah.
Damone, Ed said that as a coaching staff, they were looking at this 3-2-6 like since the game ended last year. When, as players, was it communicated to y'all that you were going to start using this scheme? And what was it like this week implementing something that y'all had never really done before?
I mean, it was, you know, it was implemented on Monday when we made the corrections from our last game, and you know, we started. We got a head start on Mississippi State, and they installed, you know, the 3-2-6. You know, and they told us, you know, just keep the ball in front of you. That's the biggest thing. No explosive plays. Don't bite on the cheese. Keep the ball in front of you. And I mean, it worked well. You know, like I said, I know I keep saying the same thing, but we got to just finish. And that's the biggest thing. Just finish to the end.